Alright, we are still working on Conic Section, and this will be the 5th video that we'll be producing on Conic Section. And I've drawn the circle and I've divided the circle into 12 equal parts. So the next thing to do is that, so we are going to draw a vertical line from this point, so point 0, and we draw from point 11, from point 10, then we have drawn that of point 9, so from point 8, so from point 7, and also from point 6 here. So we draw a vertical line. Then we take the height of the cone. So I'm using 50 millimeters for the height of the cone. So 50 millimeters. So and then so this point now I need to number this point. So this is 0, this is 1, 11, so this is 2, 10, so this is 3, 9, so this is 4, 8, so this is 5, 7, and this is 0.6. So all these points be connected with the apex of the cone, that is 50 millimeters that we just took. So we draw this, and so we also draw from here. So join this point with the apex of the cone. So join this point with the apex of the cone. So join this point. So we join it with the apex of the cone. So this point we join with the apex of the cone. So this point also will be joined with the apex of the cone. And last point here, which is point 0, will be joined with the apex of the cone. So like this. Okay, now so what we are trying to do is to show the shape that will be the shape or the true shape of the cut surface. So when we are looking at the object from the top down, so which should be shown in the plan, and when we are looking at it in this direction, that is the end elevation. So what we are going to see around here, then we also produce the true shape of the cut surface. Now, so we have the cutting plane. So the cutting plane is now parallel to the center line of the cone. That is this center line, the vertical center line. So we have the cutting plane being placed here now. So I'm going to draw the cutting plane. So here we have the cutting plane. So it's being placed here. So we have the cutting plane is placed here. Okay. So in the plan, it will be a straight line, unlike other ones that we have done. So we have it to be a straight line in the plan. So this part is cut off now. So this is the line that we see when we are looking at the plan of the cone. So this is the line that we see. So what I'm going to do now is that, so this point where the cutting plane touch the circle here, I will call it point A, and this point I will call it point A prime. So we touch this line here, I will call this line, I will call it B, and this point I will call it B prime. So this is point C, and I will call this point, I will call it point C prime, and this point is point D. So we take note of all this. So let's also do the same thing here in the plan. So here, so we call this A prime. So this point is point B prime. So this point is point C prime, and this point is point D here. So now, so the next thing we are going to do is that, so let's draw the end elevation. Let's see how the shape will look in the end elevation. So here we draw horizontal line. So from this point, so we draw horizontal line, that is from point A. So from point B we draw horizontal line. So from point C here, so we also draw horizontal line. Then from point D, so which happens to be a center line, I'll just extend this. Then from point C prime, I will draw horizontal line. From point B prime, I will draw horizontal line. So from point A prime, so draw horizontal line, and from this point, the end of the circle, I will draw horizontal line. Then also here I will draw horizontal line here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my 45-degree set square and draw an inclined line in this direction. Inclined line in this direction, like this. Then So I will draw a vertical line from this center line, where the center line intersects the inclined line that we just produced. Excuse me. I will draw a vertical line. Okay, so a vertical center line like this. So now I will take a measurement of 50 millimeters as the height of the cone from here. So this is 50 millimeters. So the next thing is that, so at this point, which happens to be the end of the circle here, I will draw a vertical line from here, so meeting this point, and also I will do the same thing here. So draw a vertical line from here, so meeting this point. So then I'm going to join this point with the apex of the cone. So join this point with the apex of the cone. So this is it. Okay, and then this point also, I will join it with the apex of the cone. So this is it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is that, so I'm going to draw a vertical line from point A here, so from this point here, so following this horizontal line that comes out from A, so I'll draw a vertical line from here, so touching this point at the base of the cone. Then from A prime also I will do the same thing, so draw a vertical line from here. So if I follow this line, so this is point A prime and this is point A, but before I continue I need to do something here. So this part is cut off, so this part is going to be made with a thick line. So this will be made with a thick line like this, and also this line will also be a thick line, so from here to here. And then so distance from here to here will also be made with a thick line. So that's what we have there. So now, so we have located point A and A prime. So the next is for us to locate point B. So before I draw that, so I will draw a horizontal line from this point B prime here. So it goes like this. So now I will take my set square. So I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point A. So from this point, from point B. So I will draw vertical line from point B here. So draw a vertical line like this, and then so coming to point B here, so I will draw a vertical line from here. So here we have, so this is the point here, and this is the other point here. Then I will also draw horizontal line from point C prime. Then let me do the same thing for D. So draw horizontal line from here like this. Okay, then I will come down here. So from point C, I will draw a vertical line. So from point C, I will draw a vertical line like this. Also point C prime. So I will draw a vertical line from here. So this is point C, and this is point C prime. So this is point D, automatically point D. So all these points will be joined together. So they'll be joined together with a French curve for us to produce that shape that will be produced here. So I'm going to join this point together. Okay, and then I will join this together with this. Okay, then so these ones also will be joined together with this. Okay, and here I will join this also together. Okay, so with what we have here, so I'm going to see this line being made a thick line from here to here. Okay, so and then the base here be made a thick line from here to here. So next is to arch the surface. So I'm going to arch this surface with my 45-degree set square. So this surface will be arched. So only the shape that is cut here. So is the one that we are to arch, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so these are what we call arching lines. So this is the shape that will be formed when in the end elevation, when the cutting plane is parallel to the central axis of the cone. So the next thing that we want to do is to produce the cut surface. That is the true shape of the cut surface, so which should be perpendicular to the cutting plane. So this is what we are going to do. So what we need to do is this. So we draw this horizontal line, and also here we have to draw horizontal line, and here also we draw horizontal line here, and here so we draw horizontal line. So what we want to produce here is the true shape of the cut surface. So I will move away from here, and then I will draw a vertical line here like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my compass, then I will take this distance from this center line here, so to this side. Take this distance from here to here like this. So I believe you can see it. This is it. So then I'll bring it here. Oh, this is too short. This is too short. So I'm going to ignore this line. I'm going to ignore this line here. So please, so I need to move away very well. So I need to move away very well. So I will draw the vertical line again. So that distance that I've taken, so I'll put it here on this line. So this is AA prime. So I'll make an arc here. So putting it here, I'll make an arc here. Then I'll make an arc here. So I believe you can see it. Then I'll bring it to point B here. So to this center, and take BB prime here. So this distance from here to here. So I put it at this line that comes out from BB prime. I'll make an arc here. Then I'll make an arc here. Then for CC prime, so I'll take this distance from here to here like this. So this is it. So I take this distance from here to here. Then I'll put it here. I'll draw an arc here. And then so draw an arc here. So point D, so this is point D. So all these points will be joined together with a French curve. So I'll join this together with the use of a French curve. So join this together like this, and then alright, so the next is that I will connect this point. I will connect this together, and so don't forget we are working on the true shape of the cut surface. That's what we want to produce here. So I connect this together, and then so I will connect this together with this. Okay, so that's it. So and then so this will be drawn. So make this a thick line from here to here. Then we are going to arch the surface. So we are going to arch the surface. Okay. So when the cutting plane is parallel to the to the axis of the cone. This is the shape that will be obtained, and the wider how wide this shape will be depends on the position or depends on where the cutting plane is positioned. So this is what we have there. So this is the true shape of the cut surface, and don't forget, in the plan it will just be a straight line if the cutting plane is like this. So in the plan it will just be a straight line. It's not going to be like the other ones that we have done. So thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. God bless you, and don't forget to practice. It's very, very important. Thank you.